Welcome into Wideside Sports.
Whoop whoop! I'm giving you
Pew,
the
pew.
gun in the
Pew, pew,
gun in the
pew,
wink
pew,
right now.
I was going to tell you because obviously you were following me as I got over here, and I swung off to grab a sandwich.
Yeah,
and went through the drive-thru, and this coincides with I think it was last time we talked, or there was a text that you sent me about the guy that said like the U2 thing.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
it just
yeah.
fucks
Yeah,
your day.
Yeah.
Wasn't me this time. I did say U2 at the end, but my total was $3.
Okay.
So I gave kid drive-thru free $1 bills.
Yep.
He comes back and hands me the receipt and goes, "Here's your change, sir."
And did you say it?
I didn't. No, I didn't say it. I'm talking about with him. There was no change.
Change. Yeah.
Like, I didn't even need the receipt. Usually they just toss it.
Toss it, yeah.
But I know as soon as he said, "Here's the change, sir," and he handed me the receipt, that soon as that window shut, he's like,
yeah.
fuck.
Okay, I got you now.
Fucked that up.
Got you now.
There is no change.
There's no change.
Just a piece of paper.
I U2'd somebody at the gas station. Like, like the gas station, like the one down from right here from the house is like a 24-hour gas station. So they work like, they have third shift that comes in or whatever. Well, it was, I don't know, probably like 10:30, and I ran down to get something to drink. So they're on their third shift, and she goes, "Hey, have a nice evening." And I went, "Yeah, you too." And she goes, "Well, I'm at work." I went, "Fuck." Like, yeah, you caught me. You caught me on my you too. Like, I still want you to have a good day, lady. I know you're at work.
I had a have a good one or have a good day.
Yeah.
Was it you too? Mm-hmm. And the response back was, "Oh, I will."
Yeah.
And man, this is just throwaway terms. I don't want to care.
I didn't need anything back.
Being friendly so you won't spit in my food.
Yeah.
Really all it is.
I want to be polite.
Happy that you work here.
Thank you. Glad
Thanks
you're
for
open.
staying open. Thanks for that Burger King for taking down the plastic shielding from their drive-thru because they only left like 4 inches and like they tilt your drink sideways to put it in. Like, I don't feel like you guys thought this through.
So there's a Chinese restaurant over in Shawnee too, and when you walk in, there's literally a glass wall from the lobby to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't there before. They built this glass, like plexiglass wall. There's like a little like chute that they put your food in, and they hand it to you through this chute, and you have to open it up and grab it out of there and stuff. Like, you literally don't touch anybody.
Like an old bank?
Yes.
How they used to do that?
Yes, yeah. Exactly. That's exactly
what it's like. I didn't even know if you would remember that.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They don't have those anymore.
No,
I don't feel
but like the post office, like where you have to put like the package through and stuff like Mm-hmm.
It was like a lot of expense.
I was like, you guys really went at it. Like, you're open. Like,
that's great.
They're the most open restaurant. Like Monday through Friday, they're like 11 to 11. Like, yeah. I mean, I get it. Chinese food at 11 o'clock at night. I mean, I get it, but.
Didn't the Cupid, are they like closed on Sundays now?
Everybody is. Every location.
Did like nobody just find workers? I mean, is that the deal? I don't look at shit much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I'll see that or people post like fast food restaurants with those signs, "Hey, due to not having employees, we're closed." I was like, yeah, but is that here?
Yeah,
apparently so. Apparently it is.
I went to this restaurant. It's no longer open. It just closed. The Mellow Mushroom down here. They just closed at the beginning of August. Well, about a week or two before they actually closed, we went in there, and this lady, our waitress, comes up to us, and she goes, "Hey, just to let you know, like, we're really short-staffed, so if I'm slow, I'm sorry." Like, okay. She goes, "Okay, well, can I get everybody a drink?" So we told her. Like, 25 minutes later, we get our drinks, and she goes, "Again, I'm really sorry. Like, we're really slow." I was like, "Yeah, but I watched you take our drinks, go to the drink station, and then go to someplace else. Like, you could have just brought them right back on the way to the table that you're going to go see. You know what I mean? Like, help yourself out. You don't
wasn't complicated.
No, I mean, help you. You're doing suicides out here. You're just going back and forth, back and forth. Stop doing that."
Well, you said you had some stuff to talk about?
Yeah. So I've been seeing these different debates. Now all these rookies and stuff are coming out with the NFL, and they're in training camps and stuff.
Yeah.
So the question was posed as Zach Wilson, who's the other one? Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and Trey Lance.
Okay.
Who has the better career overall?
Okay.
Like when they're all said and done, who's got the best one? It's not talking about who wins a Super Bowl or anything, who just has the best career. I'm assuming numbers wise.
Okay. I'm going to say Trey Lance, probably.
Yeah.
Because the team he's on.
Mm-hmm. And that's where I was leaning towards, too.
Trevor Lawrence the best.
Yeah.
Justin Fields went to a place where they just don't have quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So, his career might not be great just because fucking Chicago.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Haven't got it right in 70 years.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. They've never had a good quarterback.
They've never had one get better, which is kind of weird because most quarterbacks get better just from repetition, but not in Chicago.
Nope.
Actually, they got worse.
They got worse. Trubisky had a decent second year.
Yeah.
They went to the playoffs. They won a playoff game, I believe.
Yep.
They got beat by Philly, one of the two. They go back the next year, and then they get beat by somebody else. And then after that, like 2 years, it's like bust, dump. I'm like, what in the hell? But yeah, I think I'm in agreement with you. I think Trey Lance, the system he's in, and if he stays, if he gets that second contract there, I think he'll have a pretty good career. I think you draft him to give him that second contract.
Yeah.
I think it's obviously they want maybe Jimmy to start. I don't know what their plans are, but I think they draft him that high up. They're wanting him to be the future.
Yeah, and the way that team's built right now, so for the next 5 years, they're probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Kind of helps.
Oh, yeah. I would assume Jimmy's gone after his contract's up this year, and then it's kind of Trey's.
Your coach's offense tends to take pressure off the quarterback with the run game.
Yeah.
So.
And, I was thinking, I'm like, there's always that one outlier that always ends up being better than you think. Like last year, Justin Herbert.
Right.
He came out. You knew he was talented. He had a big arm and stuff like that, but he thrived last year. He was a stud last year. And I think that, to me, like the shocker is going to be Zach Wilson because the Jets are so bad. He's going to shine because he's going to be about the only piece that they have. Now, he may struggle. I could be completely wrong, but there's always that one like outlier that you never really think, like, oh, he sucks. He's for the fucking Jets. And you write him off. But I don't know. Something about him. He seems competitive. He seems like, he wants to work. It's just, does he have anybody to help him out?
Is he going to get murdered?
Yes, exactly. But, who knows? Who knows what they do over there? Saleh could come in and help him out with a run game. He may be, you know what I'm saying? I know he took 2 of Shanahan's assistants with him, so they could try to run something similar to take some pressure off of him, but I think your top running back is Frank Gore still.
I seen one yesterday, and this is kind of on the same lines, but from a year previous.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, I don't know, he's a blue checkmark guy, sports guy, I guess. And he referred to Joe Burrow as future first-round bust. I'm like, well, I feel like everybody was like, Joe Burrow's a dude after the first 6 games. Now, if the guy keeps getting murdered and gets his legs torn up, I don't think you can call that a bust. That's more of a, the franchise kind of let down here.
Fucked you, man.
But it was just like future first-round bust of like, I feel like you're just trying to get traction.
Yeah, I feel like that's it too.
Being the negative person, which is what everybody does. But
yeah. And the one guy that wasn't brought up, obviously, because he's probably not projected to play this year, is Mac Jones.
Who will probably have the best.
Who probably end up having the best. You're probably right. If there's one franchise that helps out their quarterback, it's probably the Patriots.
Right.
They just signed a bunch of people in the offseason to help out Cam, and Cam seems to, from what everybody says, he seems to be back to almost old style Cam. His shoulder seems to be better than last year and stuff.
Then it keeps coming out that but Mac Jones might beat him out for the job. So
yeah, who knows? But I like we talked last year, such a big Cam Newton fan.
Yeah,
that you want him to be successful. He doesn't do anything wrong. He bitches about getting hit.
Like I'm okay with his outfits.
Yeah,
some of them are like, hey man, nah,
cool it
on that one.
Yeah.
Like I understand that you got a whole image kind of thing, and the style thing.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have a body to wear that shit, so I appreciate people who can. But some of it's like,
why?
Just wrapped a thing around your face like you're a female actress from the 30s. Yeah. Look weird.
Got Wild Wild West cowboy, got the bandana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, but I think, Mac Jones should have been in there. I think he'll end up having a pretty good one.
Yeah.
And who knows what Trevor Lawrence will do. Like you said, he's the best. Quarterback out of that group.
Right.
the Jaguars aren't awful. Their offensive line isn't very good, but there's weapons there.
Right.
I mean, their rookie running back last year had like 1,200 yards. They draft another pretty good running back from Clemson. You have the rookie receiver last year. You have the Chark guy, the receiver. I mean, there's weapons there that can help him out. It's just, who knows? Who knows if he can hold up?
Yeah.
You don't play in a hard division either, so that could help.
Helps a lot.
Helps a lot. Like the Colts are your number one, like I guess the Titans too.
Yeah.
But the Colts may be starting Sam Ellinger, because what's his face just got his foot injured. Carson
Which
Wentz.
they said he's already walking around without a boot on after surgery.
Yeah.
That it looks like week 1 he's probably going to be okay, if not week 2.
Yeah.
But he'll get hurt again.
Yeah, because that's what Carson Wentz does, man. He's just an injury prone
Sam
guy.
Ellinger's a fucking liar. So I don't know how much they can trust him.
Yeah.
At quarterback.
Yeah.
So, and he got, hey, horns are back.
Nope. You guys
fucking lied. You flat out lied to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Said it on national TV.
Yeah.
Liar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, quarterback talk, training camp started. Have you watched any of the Hard Knocks? The first episode came out yesterday.
No, I didn't watch it.
It was, I think it's going to be a good one because they're talking, I thought last year they kind of talked to some of the undrafted rookies a lot. Like you kind of followed their story. Now this one, they're really talking to like the main guys. Like you're seeing a lot of Zeke and a lot of Dak and a lot of CD Lamb and stuff like that. And
I'm sure in a couple weeks or whatever, it'll be.
When it gets closer to cut time.
Yeah, they haven't found that guy that's kind of that.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I ever watched it was the first time it was with the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was like 2 straight shows centered around this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, fucking 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Player personnel guy's knocking on the door, wakes the guy up, comes up, and it opens the door, and it's that fucking guy. And they're like, hey, coach needs to see you bring your playbook. Well, what's happening?
Yeah.
Does he want to go? Does he want me to help him draw up some plays?
Yeah.
6 a.m. Coach isn't even out of bed yet.
Yeah.
And why are you making cuts at 6 a.m.? Hey, get your shit and get the fuck out. You go and coach say, hey, we're going to let you go. We'll take a look at you for the practice squad. We cut you early so you get a chance to other teams.
Yeah.
Talk to so-and-so. He'll get you a plane ticket or whatever. I don't even know if they do that. I assume they do.
I think they do.
It's like, give me your iPad.
Yep. Give me your iPad. Turn it in. I watched the the Buccaneers one. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago now. The Bucs were on it. And one of the most awkward things was him cutting the kicker.
Yeah.
They drafted him the year before, like in like the third round.
Yeah.
The dude from Florida State, and then he sucked.
Yeah. Fuck.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, like he missed like one field goal his whole fucking college career
and then
couldn't make one.
Couldn't make one. And like he like just like starts breaking down like the kicker does. And I'm like, this is like, I felt uncomfortable. I'm like, because the coach is like, dude, it's nothing personal. You're not good at your job. You're not good at your job. Like it's not like we don't like you. It's just you're bad at kicking the football.
See them 2 poles down there? We drafted you to kick the ball fucking through them, and you're not doing that. I
think that's one of my favorite things when it comes down to like coaching. And you always have the one coach that's like, we believe in him. We believe in him. He can make him. We believe him. You got the other coach like, no, we have him do his fucking job. Like he's missing field goals. He's not doing his fucking job. Like it's always, you always have the two opposite always two opposite guys. Like, no, he's the fucking kicker.
Like nobody, obviously, outside of like a handful of guys, like nobody's job is safe.
Yes. Yeah.
But there's no one that knows more than the field goal kicker of like, I mean, if you miss like 3 of these things this season, you're fucking done.
Yeah, you're not coming
like,
back.
If you miss 2 in one game, Tuesday we got another guy in there fucking kicking balls, and if he's any good, he's taking your job.
Spot. Yeah, it's wild.
That's got to be a fucking.
Oh yeah, I mean, in the back of your mind, like the fact that like Vinatieri did it for so long and was so good at it. I mean, in any weather, it didn't matter, just automatic. Some of these kickers, man, it's like. That team will go through 3 kickers in one season.
Yeah. Well, and then the bad thing is, like, especially when you get a year like this with the salary cap came down, it's like, hey, you're making $2 million. Like, you're top 2 in the league, but we got to fucking cut you. Yeah. So I can get a guy that's maybe top 15 for fucking 800,000.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Sorry.
It is. It's wild. It's wild.
That's what, I I think McAfee had talked about that. It's like his contract of, I want to make as much as I can to not be a contract casualty. Of like, I want to make this amount, but if I go a little more, I might get cut.
Yep. We're gonna sign you for a 5-year, $3 million deal. No, I don't. I don't want that.
It's too much.
Too much.
Well, it's like the Kansas City wins the Super Bowl. That guy that was it Colquitt.
Yeah.
Punter. The punter there for a
years.
decade. It's like, all right, we got to cut you now.
Yep.
And then he goes to Pittsburgh and gets cut. And then it's like, I don't know, I'm sure he's on a team.
No, I mean, it's rough. It's rough for the kickers and the punters.
And then like teams like Chicago. Well, we brought in 6 guys to kick for it, and they were making a game out of it. Of like, feel like you should just have a guy.
Yeah.
And maybe just go that route.
Maybe 2, not 6.
And then you shit all over the guy for the double doink field goal, and then it comes out after that it was blocked.
Yeah.
The guy got a hand on it. Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
The ball's not going to fly. But you cut him and ruin his career.
Yep.
Because you're Chicago.
And that's what you do. That's what you do.
You have a defense that only gives up 14 points a game.
But you have an offense that can't score 15.
Score 10.
Oh,
that's a funny thing too. Is like you still forget that Nick Foles is on that team.
I know. Well, the pictures were coming out, and it was like best quarterback. Like the Bears' Twitter was like best quarterback room in the league. I'm like, well, no. I mean, it's the most expensive quarterback room in the league.
Yeah,
you're right about that one. I mean, Foles and Dalton and Fields. Like, come on.
Well, I mean, you got a first round pick, a second round pick that's won a fuck ton of games, and then a pick that's won a Super Bowl. So
yeah,
I mean, I guess there's a lot of shit going on in there, but
yeah. Well, that's what
guy has a statue.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, he does. He has a statue in Philly.
That's just funny. You put a statue of him with the coach making that call.
And they're not
less
there
than
anymore.
2 years.
They're not
it's
there.
Like fucking get the fuck out of here.
That's Philly. I mean, people talk about Browns fans. Like the Philly fans may be just as bad.
They might be worse because it's instant.
Yeah, and they're bad to their whole team. Browns fans are the most loyal fucking people in the world. But the Eagles fans, they fucking hate their team. Like they just boo them as soon as it gets fucking bad at all.
Yeah, it's instant. I mean, like Donovan McNabb did more for that. I mean, it was just like 2 incompletions. You fucking suck.
Andy Reid gets fired for some odd reason and fucking he's the worst coach in the world. And he goes to Kansas City and just doesn't anything but win. I mean, just wins. Just wins.
I always love that. It's like until that Super Bowl, Andy Reid had always just won.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, well, you can't win the big one. It's like, oh, you mean the Super Bowl? Fucking nobody wins that. Exactly. I mean, there's like a handful of guys that win that thing. Yeah. I mean, if your name wasn't Belichick, he's kind of in an era where that's kind of a...
Yeah. I mean, there's only like 4 or 5 coaches now that have more than one. Like that are coaching right now that have more than one Super Bowl as a head coach. I mean, I'm sure there's some assistants who've been on the staffs.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
No, as like head coaches, there's like 4 or 5 that have more than one.
Yeah. I always think that because like the way it went down, obviously I listen to McAfee's show a lot and he's really good friends with AQ Shipley. Like he gets his career ended last year of like, hey man, you could have been paralyzed.
Yeah.
And then ends up as like the assistant offensive line coach. They win the Super Bowl and he's on, but I wonder what the feeling is. Now, obviously, it seemed like he hit it hard on the partying circuit. But what's that like? You played half the season, but then you're kind of an assistant coach of like, I wonder how that feels when you get that. Does he get 2 rings? Does he get a coach's ring and a player ring?
We didn't talk about that. Did you see that ring?
Yeah. Where like the top pulls off of it?
The top pulls off and it's like the stadium in underneath. I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool. Like, how big is that fucker that you can pull the top off? There's a fucking, you know what I mean? Like, that's some pretty incredible detail. Like, it has to be a pretty decent sized fucking ring. And
I like the people when that came out on Twitter is like, that's so fucking stupid. Like, you can't even wear it. It's so big. It's like, you're not supposed to wear it, jackass. It's not what it's for.
Hate people. I fucking hate people. Oh my God.
They're the worst.
But like, a friend of mine's dad, he played at Michigan, and he's got a bunch of like Rose Bowl rings and some Big Ten championship rings.
Yeah.
And he was showing me when I was
from the 60s or whatever.
Nah, the 80s.
80s. That sounds about right. They were relevant back then.
And he's showing me. He's like, yeah. He goes, and he's just got them out and stuff. He goes, yeah. He's like, a couple of friends of mine. He's like, we're on Super Bowl teams when they got drafted and stuff. He's like, this looks like a wedding ring compared to the Super Bowl rings. And I'm like, oh, that's how big they are. He's like, yeah, these are nothing compared to anything like that. Because
I used to be a member at the club that I used to be at.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Ohio State's national championship, the basketball team, in like fucking 61 or whatever. And like, their rings and stuff, like you had to buy them yourself, but they're real small. They're a ring.
Yeah.
It's like,
yes, exactly.
Back in the day, it used to just be like an actual ring that you would wear. And now it's a paperweight.
Yep, that's pretty much what it is.
And everybody's like, yeah, I've got it in a safe somewhere. I never look at it. It's like, that's weird. But then again, why would you?
Yeah,
let me look at this Super Bowl ring I got. Well,
I had a friend, he played at Mount Union, and they won the D3 national championship the 4 years he was there.
Right.
And so there's that senior class was like the first one to do that, obviously at the school. So they gave him like this big long box with like the clear glass on top, and they have like a set for each ring. Like, that was pretty cool. He's like, yeah, he brought it and showed it to me. Like those things were fucking huge. Obviously it's a little closer to nowadays where it's, the bigger the better or whatever, but that's pretty sweet.
Just think about that too, of like, that heard the name mentioned, but like, because nobody remembers that's where Pierre Garçon came from.
Yeah, I know it.
But think about that. I mean, obviously all they do is win at Mount Union.
Yeah.
It's still D3. And hey, there's fucking Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Welcome, pal.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's like,
yeah. Well, he played with him. He's like,
that's the, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where'd he go? Washington after that?
Something like that. Yeah, Washington. Yeah.
Good career.
Yeah, really good career. I mean, even
I'm sure they must have shit at Mount Union. Like they gotta have statues of that guy, don't they? I mean,
probably. I know, like Tiffin, they have like this big indoor practice facility is pretty sweet, and they have Nate Washington and Chris Ivory like big posters hanging up in there, and I think there's 2 other people that are in the league for him, but it's pretty sweet in there too.
It's weird at the point of like the fact that when Mount Union was on the massive run of like they were the updates on the ticker of ESPN of like and then you catch a year, it's like, well, they lost a game, and it's like, well, they must fucking suck. It's like they're 113-1 the last 140.
crazy stuff.
Well, then it was just them and Whitewater.
Yeah, and it's pretty much there's been like one other team that's kind of
got in there.
Yeah, but it's pretty much those 2 teams.
Is Mount Union still really? I mean, is it still the same?
Yeah, it's still the same. Like, yeah,
they didn't play last year, did they?
Yeah, they played.
No,
they played this spring. Yeah, I don't think it was as. I don't think they were as dominant.
Nobody cares about that.
Yeah,
kind of tough to get up for spring football.
Yeah, shit.
That's why they have a spring game. It's just a practice.
Just a practice,
like nobody
buddy.
Too fucking hot.
Oh man, did you watch any of the Hall of Fame game? I'm assuming no, since it was late.
No,
I did. I got excited. It's football.
I was not, because I knew it wasn't.
It was football.
So-and-so. Well, these are all the guys that won't be playing. Oh, you mean everybody? Okay.
Haskins looked okay for the Steelers. I know he was playing against second and third string guys, but I think he'll end up being the backup instead of Mason Rudolph.
Are they going to cut Rudolph? I mean,
probably. I mean,
you're not keeping 3.
No.
Nobody keeps 3 anymore because there's always somebody out there you just grab.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he looked. I thought he looked better than Rudolph, but that's just
who doesn't.
Yeah, I
don't know what they're. Why they fucking. I mean, they signed him to a 1-year deal that's fucking nothing. It's like $3 million.
Yeah, nothing's guaranteed. Obviously, I mean,
but it's like, what are we doing with? I mean, because every time he's came into a game, because Ben goes out for at least one game every year, and every time Mason's came in,
they lose.
They lose, and he looks like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And he's been there for a while.
Yeah, 3 years now. And you figured he'd pick up on something,
He was so bad that the other team almost murdered him. They tried to. And that guy got a contract extension for a shit ton of money that did that.
Yeah. Oh, man. I have no idea. I have no idea why they think that he's this backup. He's bad. Bad news bears. Terrible.
I seen the depth charts for the Texans. Deshaun Watson's number 4 on the depth chart. Like, what are we doing?
It's like he's not going to be on the commissioner's list. So
you don't know that yet.
Yeah, you don't know that, but
you won't know till week 1.
Yes, but there's lots of whatever. Adam Schefter said that most likely he won't be. But what are you doing with him? He said most likely. I'm not saying he won't. Yeah. I'm saying most likely. But
you have to pay him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he showed up.
Because you can't hold out anymore.
No.
I think that $50,000 a day, they can't waive that.
No.
Like, that's...
Yeah. So they have to pay him his money.
As these come out, it's like that Players Association doesn't do a fucking thing, do they? Like, they got the deal done, and it's like, oh, there are no holdouts anymore. That's like that $50,000 a day. Get your checkbook out because you owe that to us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we agreed to that?
Yeah. Shit.
Fuck.
The hell are you guys doing? But, yeah, I mean, if you're going to be that stubborn, then and not play him? Like, what are you doing? Like, he's 4th? Is he 4th because you still don't know? Or is he 4th because you're just not buying into his bullshit that he wants traded?
I don't even know that they have him practicing. Like, he's just kind of off to the side doing his own shit.
Exactly. So I don't, but he's still, like, is refusing and wants traded. So what are you going to do with him? Like, what are you going to do with him? You're wasting time.
Your 4th-string quarterback's going to be making $32 million.
That's crazy.
Ish.
Uh-huh.
Because he signed a giant deal, so I'm guessing it's in that 32 to 35.
Yeah, and then they're asking for 3 first-rounders for him. That little leaked out.
Yeah, which that's kind of been everybody's thought. I mean, he's a...
Yes.
As long as he didn't,
Mm-hmm. Get found guilty
that's
of it.
That's still one that, for me, that when the settlement thing came out, and the thing that kept it is he wanted it to be public.
Mm-hmm.
And the other attorney's like, no. It needs to be, nobody's allowed to talk about it. It's like,
it looks pretty
when the
fishy.
guy getting accused, they say, no, I want you to talk about it. I want everybody able to see what this is.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, nah. It's still, I mean.
Yeah, it's still up in the air. We don't know what exactly is going to happen.
Touching his wiener on stuff, it's what it's got to be. But was he Louis C.K.? Hey, can I jerk off in front of you? I think a lot of people forget that Louis C.K. asked permission.
Yes, he did.
It's a weird question to ask. Hey, do you mind if I jerk off in the hallway?
Yeah. This is a weird question.
Knock yourself out, man.
I mean, it's weird and gross, but go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just like from the Texans standpoint, you're already a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Get rid of him. Just trade him. That way you don't have to fucking worry about it anymore.
Because Carolina's still in it.
Yeah, and then I heard from some people that, like, the Eagles are quietly shopping too.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
I mean, they should.
That would make sense.
Makes a ton of sense. I mean, you have Jalen Hurts.
That would make sense for the Eagles to do it because no matter what happens with the situation, he's in Philly, and they're gonna, if he wins games, they're going to love him.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it makes sense for the Texans of, hey, we're going to send you to a shit show.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome.
I mean,
that's what I just get rid of him. He's obviously, he showed up so he wouldn't get fined. He's still not, he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Twiddling his thumbs. Everybody is watching this. Just cut him. Or just trade him.
What it shows you, because there's probably enough information out there. So I think the way it works, if a team's interested, the NFL turns over what they have on the situation so that everybody knows what's going on.
Uh-huh.
My guess, the fact that he hadn't been traded yet is ain't nobody offered 3 first-rounders.
I'm assuming that too, yeah.
And they're not going to get it.
No.
I mean, it makes sense to get it. I mean, if it's, it's a 10-year quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But all the other teams are going to be like, you can pay this guy $30-something million a year, and you're not even going to dress him at this point, but you're still going to pay him.
Yep. He's not even traveling with the team to their preseason game.
Yeah. What are you doing week 1 when you got to cut that check?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for me, for the Texans to play hardball, because you're in a bad spot. You're going to pay this guy too much money to just wear sweats.
Yeah. Well, think about that. You're not even coming. It's week 1. You're not dressing. You don't even need to come to the facility. Here's $2.3 million.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Don't come. Stay at home, but here's your $2 million. Check. Yeah.
Because that is guaranteed.
Exactly. I just, it's stupid. It's stupid. Let it go. Just get rid of him. If you're honestly trying to rebuild, and that's why you didn't sign anybody, that's what, you know what I mean? If you're honestly trying to rebuild, get rid of him.
Yeah.
Just stop trying to make it work. He obviously doesn't want to try to make it work.
Yeah.
He's tired of being there. Tired of them not doing anything for him. He's in some scrutiny. Just fucking get rid of him.
Because that was always the one that caught me as odd. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not coming out on either side of the Bates. I mean, if he did it,
Yeah, deserves to
be. You.
Yeah, exactly. But
it was just weird of, hey, I want traded. 3 days later, 22 people say sexually assault of like, Jesus, this is some weird fucking timing.
Shit. Yep. I know it.
But it's just weird if he had 38 masseuses.
Yeah.
I mean,
why do you have that?
I'm sure
many?
The team has a great one.
Yeah.
You probably just use that.
Exactly. Yeah, it just bugs me. I don't know. It's one, if you're trying to do it because you think you're in the right publicly, you're not. Everybody's going to side with the player unless they're old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. Nobody sides with the organization unless he's found guilty.
Unless it's collective bargaining, and then they only side with the owners.
Mm-hmm. But it's just
fucking these greedy players. It's like, you realize they just rammed home a fucking 17th game that they don't have to pay the guys for.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because they don't get a game check for that 17th game.
No.
It's some
it's
fucking
an incentive or percentage of your contract or something.
Yeah.
You don't get your full amount, at least.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Playing another week here for nothing.
Yeah. And then possibly an extra playoff game.
Yeah.
If you're, the 7th seed.
Well, you do get a playoff check.
Yes, you get a playoff check, but
because that's not based on your salary anyways. The playoff checks are shit for superstars. They're everything for the 20 through 53 because it's probably more than they were making.
Yep.
Yeah, like playoff check for like fucking
Mahomes.
Yeah. Like, so taking a $47 million pay cut for this game.
Exactly. Oh, this is just dinner.
Yeah.
You just buy me dinner. I'm just shocked with the whole Texans situation. Like, it bugs me.
To me, it's not. It doesn't. It just makes sense that this is what they're asking for, and they just haven't got the offer yet.
Yeah.
Knowing that they're going to have to take a first rounder and like 3 second rounders, because that's just, you can only pay the guy full boat. I mean, was it week 6 or whatever the trade deadline is? You can pay this guy $14 million to not play and refuse to trade him.
Yeah.
Of like,
you guys are the idiots.
He's showing up. Like, your whole thought was maybe he's going to hold out and we won't have to pay him.
Yeah.
Like, nope. No. He showed up. Now you have to pay me. Now it's a great move on his part. Now, obviously, you don't want to write checks for holding out, but the fact of, no, you owe me this money because I'm in the building. You're telling me to go to this.
Yeah.
I've been showing up for practice. That's on you guys. You got to pay me.
Yeah. It's very smart on him.
Yeah.
He's forcing his trade, except the Texans are too fucking stupid to see it.
Yeah.
Dumb.
But camp-wise, I mean, the one that got me, I should have tweeted it out when, like, the second video of Rodgers throwing those into the hey, breaking news at a Packers training camp. Aaron Rodgers good at throwing a football.
Yeah, I know. Everybody was so shocked. I'm like,
it's like,
you didn't think he could do that?
Best at it.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
In the whole league.
Mm-hmm.
I still love people shit all over him for this. Like, he's just overrated. It's like, no, he's the best thrower of the football in the league. Is he the best quarterback? Tom Brady's best quarterback. But he didn't throw it better than Rodgers does. Nobody does.
No, he's fantastic. Oh, man.
Then, let's see. Anything happen with your squad?
Nope.
Pretty quiet.
And quarterback competition, I guess, is
stupid.
Even.
Shouldn't be.
I mean,
you don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, pretty much it.
And I never thought about it that way until I heard quarterback and, talking about, like, if we have an open competition in training camp, you're fucking over the team.
Oh, yeah.
Of, like, you got to, like, the one good on Chicago, because from the start, Andy Dalton's our starting quarterback.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, Justin Fields threw some good passes. Like, Andy Dalton is our starting quarterback. Of like, there is no fucking competition.
Yeah.
No,
that's what it should be.
Your team needs to know this is a guy, and then
if he ends up being better,
hey, the backup can do his backup job.
Yeah.
Which is scouting the other team's defense.
Yeah, I mean, I assume within the next week they have to make a decision, because you're gonna want to not play your starter in some of your preseason games.
It's
you know
Teddy
what I mean?
Bridgewater.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't even know why it's.
I don't either, because you've already seen what Locke can do.
He won games.
Yeah, and Locke did not. Teddy Bridgewater didn't throw interceptions. Locke did.
Yeah. Are you going to have the big banging plays with Teddy? No.
You don't need him.
Not necessary. Your defense is okay. How about we just score a few points and not give the other team the ball?
Yeah.
But I love competition. We got to, if we keep these guys competitive, we can get them going. Nope. These are professionals.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't fucking college.
I do not. I get it. I get it at some point in time. If you have two fucking rookies, I get it.
Okay.
That makes sense. But you have a guy you've seen play on your team, in your system, not be successful.
Yeah.
You've seen another guy be in about 4 different systems, and he won games in those 4 different systems. He should be your starter.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And there's so many of them that are out there. We'll take a look, see what it's like. I mean, it's like, you're still splitting reps. We're a week into training camp. Like, your number one guy should be taking all the fucking reps. That's just kind of
so in my mind, I'm either thinking, one, they don't like either of them, and they're trying to figure out if there's somebody they can go trade for, or something. You know what I mean? Something of that nature. Or they are just dragging it along for some reason. You know what I mean? Like, that's in my mind. Well, I'm like, well, if you haven't declared anybody, you're shopping somewhere else,
right?
Because you should know who you like by now. You're in the second week of training camp.
Yeah, it's not. You should have known that by day one.
You should have.
Hey, we traded for. They traded for Bridgewater. Or
they traded for him.
You traded for him.
Yep.
He's better than that guy you have.
Yep.
Is he a Hall of Famer? No. But the guy you have is a backup for every other fucking team in the in the fucking league.
Yeah.
So why don't you just make him your backup?
Yeah, exactly.
His career is what it is.
And you're supposed to be this genius of a defensive guy.
Yeah.
You have a fantastic defense. I mean, your secondary is probably as a whole, probably top 5 from, corners and safeties wise. Your linebackers are okay. You have a pretty good pass rush. Your defensive line's okay. They're young. You don't need a fucking, gunslinger out there. You just need somebody who's not going to turn the ball over.
Yeah.
That's it. You need a solid run game and somebody who's not going to turn the ball over. It's what the Broncos have done their whole career.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Elway would, run the play action and throw deep. That's fine. But they ran the ball.
Well, let's think about their last Super Bowl. When they set all the offensive records, they got ass stomped in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The one they won was despite Peyton Manning.
Yes.
Of like,
exactly.
Hey, man, stop throwing fucking interceptions.
Exactly.
We got this.
Yep, we got it, man. Hand the ball off.
Yeah.
Do some play action stuff.
I still love that, how they clip that of, like, Peyton Manning leads them to the Super Bowl. It's like, hey, you guys remember he got fucking benched for Osweiler this year, right?
And it on his neck.
Yeah. Like, he was not good.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the funny thing about Hall of Fame weekend. When you see Peyton Manning, what do you think of?
Yeah.
Bronco. 3 fucking years.
Mm-hmm. 5.
5 years?
Yeah.
Was he there 5 years?
5 years, yeah.
But for,
playoff.
Like, for me, it's on mine.
Is it?
Peyton Manning's I don't know why you just had that up and was tinkering with it. Once I had
thought it was mine.
Once we had it silenced.
It was mine.
It was yours, you piece of shit. Fuck.
What were you saying about Peyton Manning?
But to me, like, he's a Colt. Because,
Yeah,
but that's not the way it works. And at the end of the day, fucking Tom Brady's going to be a Buccaneer.
It's going to be weird.
That's just the way it is.
It's going to be weird. Maybe it is you. I don't know.
The bad thing is this just comes through our headset.
Yeah,
like they can't hear. They have no fucking clue what we're talking about.
They can't hear.
And we're catching feedback in our goddamn ears.
I mean, obviously, to me, he's more of a Bronco because I'm a Broncos fan.
Right.
But you're right, though. He's a Colt. I mean, the fact that throw it up online. There wasn't a fucking picture of him in a Colts uniform. No.
And if there was, it was split with another one of him in a Broncos uniform.
He had in all honesty, he had his best years of his career in Denver. He set all the records when he was a Bronco.
Oh, the single season stuff?
Yeah, the single season.
1 year?
Yeah. No, I mean, there was multiple years where he was good.
Yeah, but there was 1 year that it was
where he
crazy.
Where he set the touchdown record, all that stuff. Yes. But it was, I mean, it's weird that he still lives in Denver. I honestly think in the back of his mind, he still is mad that the Colts gave up on him.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, he was still going to be Peyton Manning. Like, just because he had his neck. I mean, I understand there's some question marks, but it's still Peyton Manning. I mean,
well, that's
but you drafted Luck. You can't fault it. You had to do what you had to do.
You know, you had a shit ton of money. Now, if you could have drafted Luck
and had him sit, he's probably still in the league now.
100%.
Yeah,
and had this transition.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's something different.
So that in the back of my mind, I feel like he thinks he's a Bronco because
everything he does.
Yeah, I mean, he still lives in Denver.
When it's Peyton's Places and stuff like that, which is still an awesome show.
Yeah,
it's very. I don't even know that he's talked about the fucking Colts.
I know,
like they show stuff from him with the Colts, but it's like,
and
I'm sure it's that way, like the whole Tom Brady shit.
Yeah,
you know, of like he's still pissed off about the draft.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm like, dude, that's 20 years ago. You won 7 fucking Super Bowls.
Exactly. Yeah.
Motherfuckers didn't draft me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
that's
and that's another question. Like next year, obviously, when they get inducted, they announce like who are the first ballots, who is the first year on the ballots for next year. Like DeMarcus Ware popped up. I'm assuming he's probably going to be a first ballot. I mean, it's fucking DeMarcus Ware. Is he a Cowboy or is he a Bronco? He spent 5 years in Denver, won a Super Bowl. It's the only Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
He's a Cowboy.
He's a Cowboy to me.
He's a Cowboy.
I loved him in Denver, but he spent 10 fucking years in Dallas.
That's a great fucking story with him. Like, I think he showed up to whatever small college that he went to. I think it was tight end, wasn't it?
Something like that.
He's like, somebody got hurt, so they put me in. I had like 5 sacks. And they're like, well, this is the position you play now.
Yeah, I mean, it was just weird. I think, I mean, but that's another one. Is he a Cowboy? I mean, is he who knows? I mean, he's to me, he's got to be a first ballot. I mean, he was awesome. I mean, he was one of the most feared pass rushers in the league when he was younger, going through Dallas. Yeah. I mean,
that's just the way it. I mean, would have been funny because like Kurt Warner's a Ram.
Mm-hmm.
If they beat Pittsburgh when he's in Arizona,
he's a Cardinal.
He's a Cardinal.
Yep, it's going to be weird.
It's got to have a Super Bowl attached to it, or it doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter because you didn't win it all.
Yeah,
but when you get, hey, I'm holding a Lombardi in this uniform, that's who you are.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird like that.
That is and people say that, and that's the tie in Peyton and Rodgers, and they shit on it. Well, he's only won one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fucking Peyton Manning technically has only won one.
Yeah. He's got 2.
I mean, when you look at that, like the most wins, winningest decade in NFL history with the Colts, only had 1.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's how hard it
really
is to do.
Fucking hard.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking Peyton
But everybody's
Manning.
like, whoa. And like everybody's like, well, Patrick Mahomes, he's going to chase down Brady. He might never win another one.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
I mean,
he got beat last year.
Yeah. They didn't look great last year at all.
No. You can blame them on what they want. The Browns were minutes from sealing that.
That happened to be he got hurt, but
yeah, still, I mean, if the dude fucking Higgins doesn't lose the ball, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Then Kansas City's coming from behind. they're not playing with the lead.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's a whole different ballgame when you're asking
fourth
fucking...
and 2 fucking Pat.
When you're asking Chad Henne to come from behind now, I mean, that's a whole different ballgame.
Until that point, who knew Chad Henne was still in the league?
Nobody did.
Cashing checks.
Yep. But it's weird, you know, if you win a Super Bowl or if you have any kind of success on the second team that you go to, for some reason they look at you as that team. Like, in my mind, I thought you got to choose who you retire for. You know what I mean? Like what team you want to. Okay, well, I mean, he split with the Colts and the Denver. Like he technically is. Yeah. You know what I mean? Same thing with John Lynch. He split.
Yeah, I think you get, like, you tell them what you want.
That's what I thought. But I mean, John Lynch split with the Bucs and the Broncos. I'm like, he won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, but spent most of his career in Denver. Right. So, I mean, it makes sense. Like, to me, that makes more sense.
The highlights are from
Denver. Yeah.
That's just that. But the bad thing is, like, on the Peyton Manning front of it, is social media didn't get huge until he was already in Denver.
Yeah.
You know, like, it existed when he was in Indianapolis, but, you know, Twitter wasn't everything. And I mean, it was a Facebook-driven world, which shockingly, it's still a Facebook-driven world, even though most of the people you talk to don't use it.
Yeah.
It's like, how is it still
a thing? Well, they run everything. I mean, they run Instagram. The only one they don't have a connection with is Twitter. It's the only one.
They haven't figured out how to do that yet.
Yeah.
The other news, too, the fucking drama in New Orleans.
Oh, I know.
There's another quarterback that nobody knows who the quarterback is.
Yeah.
It's Jameis fucking Winston.
If it's not...
Why are we even acting like fucking Taysom Hill can do that? Well, he showed some signs of being a good quarterback. Also, he's like fucking 30.
Yeah. It's Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston.
I don't give a shit what you say. He doesn't throw the ball better than Jameis Winston.
Exactly.
And what happened when Taysom played? Your stud running back never got the fucking ball. Period. For those 3 games or whatever. It's like, well, can't have that.
Yeah. It's Jameis Winston.
But
I tell you, if Teddy Bridgewater can win 6 games, then Jameis Winston can be fine in that system.
I think Jameis, well, their problem now is the Michael Thomas thing. He ain't gonna be on that team.
No, he's getting traded.
And the way it came out, because he liked the tweet from a guy that kind of explained the situation of, hey, you told me I was fine all year and just to rehab it, and you kept me playing. But then, like, after, it's like, hey, this is really bad. You need to have surgery. Well, go fuck you.
Yeah.
I could have had surgery at the beginning of the season last year and been back
fine.
at the...
Yeah.
No. Nah, you're good. Keep playing. Go fuck yourself.
I tell you, there was the Pro Football Focus put out a tweet trade scenario for that, and he ends up back in Jacksonville, or he ends up in Jacksonville because they have they're shopping their first round pick from last year, the corner, C.J. Henderson from Florida.
Yeah.
And they said that it would be they would give up C.J. Henderson and some picks for Michael Thomas, and and that's a possibility. And be back with Urban Meyer.
They could use that because New Orleans defense is pretty good. You put C.J. Henderson back there because, you know, they...
You put somebody on the other side of Lattimore.
You have to have a hell of a defense.
Yeah. You put somebody on the other side beside Lattimore.
Yeah.
Now you're just as good. Still have pretty good pass rushers, Cam Jordan and stuff. Yeah, your defense looks a lot better, and you don't have to worry about any of the drama.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. I mean...
Yeah, because I'm Michael Thomas fan, but he seems like a guy, like, it might not be great to be around.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems like one of those guys, apparently.
He just seems like everything should be tailored to him because he feels like he's Michael Thomas. You know what I mean? Like, you just have a lot of catches, buddy. Like, you haven't really done a whole lot. Yeah. You catch the ball.
I love it. It gets on Twitter. It's like, well, fuck, all he does is catch slants. It's like, that's all your fucking quarterback can throw.
Exactly.
So let's not act like you get a quarterback can't throw it fucking 15 yards down the field. So let's not act like we're fucking...
Yeah. I mean... I don't know. It'd be fun to see him in Jacksonville. Have somebody fucking throw the ball to.
Yeah.
Have Trevor Lawrence a little more weapon. Yeah. I mean, it'd be
because he
cool.
catches everything.
Yeah, he does.
If he can catch a 10-yard slant in traffic, I'm guessing he can catch one 30 yards down the field.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would assume that too. Yeah,
seems like that would be it.
And the funny thing, you bring up the arm situation with Drew Brees. Michael Thomas was only a deep threat in college.
That's all he was.
All he was a deep threat. you have to put him there because Drew Brees is not a deep threat thrower. He can't throw the ball. Which, so you know he can do both. You get somebody with a young arm and who likes to throw it deep. Your offense just gets a whole lot better.
For sure does.
Yeah.
If you don't have Taysom Hill and put Taysom Hill where he's fucking supposed to be. Special teams and doing tricky
weird
shit.
Packages, yeah. Yeah.
And he might even be older. He might be like 32.
He might be.
Like, hey, we got this younger guy that's like super talented, Heisman Trophy winner, national champion, top 5 pick.
Yeah.
We get this 32-year-old guy that's kind of a hybrid fucking tight end special teamer. I mean, maybe Sean Payton's not as good as everybody thinks he is.
Maybe not. No, you're right. He's 30.
30?
Yep.
Still. I mean,
still old.
With the position that he's been playing, he might as well be 35 because he takes
a lot of hits.
Taking a lot of hits.
And he's played
Plus he's making
teams.
tackles.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hadn't been exactly a clean fucking career as far as...
Again, but like you said, like, how do you not fucking know that Jameis Winston's better than Taysom Hill? I mean, it's... If you would have given Jason... If Tom Brady did not become a free agent, you would have given Jameis Winston another year with Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
Who knows what would have happened? Because Jameis Winston has an arm.
Yep.
And get it down the field. With those weapons they have in Tampa Bay, he could have been pretty good. I'm not saying they win a Super Bowl.
No.
I'm not saying it all.
He would have had huge numbers.
Huge numbers. I mean, they would have won some games.
And everybody came... I mean, now, granted, now he's got LASIK, so maybe he can actually see.
Yeah.
Now, great, you can't throw 32 interceptions.
No, you
I
cannot.
understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But Tom Brady threw a bunch of interceptions last year.
Yeah.
Carson Palmer was out there saying, it took me over a year, and I threw a bunch of interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Palmer's way better than Jameis Winston.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's like, you got to give the guy, because everybody says year 2 is when it actually gets...
Yeah, because a lot of it is deep shit, and a lot of it's option routes. And if you guys aren't on the same page, then you're throwing picks. I mean...
That's still another one. Back on the Peyton Manning of, like, instantly, when you're a rookie, like, he didn't throw 30 touchdowns. Got to get rid of him. It's like, Peyton Manning still holds the record for rookie interceptions at 27.
Yep.
Seems like he had a good career. Took 13 seconds to induct him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
The guy must have fucking tripped.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something to the microphone.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think,
well, he's the boss. Better draft another quarterback next year. It's like, or you could give him a fucking chance.
I think my favorite Peyton Manning comment was said something about being the only quarterback to throw the ugliest ball in the Hall of Fame. He's like, I threw so many ducks.
Easy to catch when they're fluttering.
Yep. He was like, because they asked some of the beat writers for Denver were talking to some of his old teammates like during the weekend. They're like, they asked him about that comment. They're like, well, what do you think about this comment? And I think Demaryius Thomas was like, yeah, it wasn't always pretty, but it was always on time.
Yeah,
it's like it was always on time. I knew exactly when I was going to catch it, and I didn't really care what it looked like. I knew it was going to be there.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing I think that people don't realize. And we're talking about that of the quarterback competition. Like, hey, that timing's a big fucking deal in the NFL.
You wait a second too long or a second too early?
When I say run 12 yards and break right toward the sideline, it's 12 yards and breaking right at this time.
Yep.
And then it's also for the quarterback of, hey, when I turn my head around, that fucking ball better be right here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. You know, this is super weird because he's such a big star, but there's another big star on that team that kind of gets all the media. You haven't heard shit about Julio Jones.
No, you never do. I don't think he's hardly practicing at all.
Probably not. Why would he? He's Julio Jones.
Yeah.
But like with the Falcons, you always hear like, oh, Julio's this, Julio. Yeah. I mean, like you have, like Derrick Henry is going to be talked about for a long time because he's such a freak. You don't, and I mean, it's just weird to me. Like you're not hearing anything about fucking Julio Jones. Yeah. Like it's so weird, and obviously Tennessee's not really the not a huge market. Not a huge market. And I get that, but still though, you haven't heard one thing about the Titans, really. I mean, you hear that Derrick Henry's a freak and he works out really hard. Okay, I could assume that by looking at him.
Had a really good team last year.
Yeah, exactly. Tannehill has revamped his career down in Tennessee. So
yeah, well, he got out from underneath Gase.
Yeah, makes sense.
Let me tell you how to be a bad quarterback in the NFL. I mean, get these eyes poking out and searching around. And I think it's more of a, everybody says, why are your eyes always floating around? Because I still can't believe I have a fucking job. Peyton Manning got me this one, too.
Yeah.
Like
man. Like he had anything to do with it. Yeah. He was the reason Peyton was successful in Denver. It's Peyton fucking Manning. Like, I think he'd be all right.
Not your offense. It's Peyton Manning's offense. And you know that because he used the same shit he was saying in fucking
Indianapolis. Well, in his, during the Hall of Fame game, Troy and Joe Buck had Peyton up in the booth and they were talking to him and stuff about it. And he literally says it was really, he goes, it helped me when I got to Denver that they used a lot of my old Indianapolis stuff. I'm like, well, yeah, because you're not going to run a whole different thing. That's why Kubiak fucking got fired because he tried to put you under center and run play action with you. That's why Kubiak got fucking fired.
That's who he is.
Yeah.
Well, you could see that too with Tom. Mm-hmm. Those first 6-7 weeks or whatever, they're running Bruce Arians' offense. Mm-hmm. Have that bye week, they come back kind of running more of a Tom Brady offense, and shit just went nuts.
Yeah.
Of like, that makes sense.
I can't throw the ball
you're the
deep
best quarterback
every
ever. So let's switch everything you've ever done.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't see his whole speech. Did he say Omaha in his Hall of Fame speech?
He did.
Okay,
yep,
good.
He did.
I would have lost a lot of respect if he did.
No, he did.
I assume he should have said it when he was leaving. Like, take like 2 steps and then turn around, then come back and go, Omaha?
Yeah, no.
That would have got a...
Yeah. His speech was pretty good. It was
I heard the highlights of it.
Yeah,
couldn't spare all 6 minutes.
It was a very Peyton Manning speech. Like there was some comedy, there was some, thankfulness. I mean, it just seemed like it was him. Like he was joking. I mean, it just seemed like it was Peyton being Peyton.
I think that's one thing that the Hall of Fame should do, and I'd heard somebody talking about it on the radio. I don't remember who it was. I'd give credit to them, but they weren't important enough, apparently. They're talking about that 6 minute, hey, very strict on the 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Of like, I think the time frame of the speeches, and I understand why they do that, because like the crowd starts falling asleep. Hey, time to get the fuck out of here.
Wrap it up, buddy.
But it's like, all right, so we got this amount of time for all the speeches, but it's like, hey, John Lynch, you have 4 minutes, pal.
Yep, exactly.
So we're going to take that 2 minutes, get to Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
We're going to trim a minute off of you. Of like, Peyton Manning gets 12 minutes and you guys get
the rest.
Because it's fucking Peyton Manning and you're John Lynch.
Yeah, exactly.
You're borderline at best anyways. Like, the fact that you got in is like,
yeah. It was a double
Could have went either way.
Could have went either way.
That Edgerrin James, though, the gold teeth, the fucking, I mean.
Yeah. It was
awesome.
Great. From gold teeth to gold jacket.
He gets forgot about a lot, too.
He was a stud.
Yeah.
Stud. He was so great on street football.
I heard that going into work, or maybe it's I go into work before it's on, but Keyshawn, his show in the morning, they were playing a clip off of it. And I think, did he end up at Jacksonville at some point in time?
Edge?
No, Keyshawn.
Yeah.
He was at Jacksonville, and he said, like, they're in the tunnel or whatever. And he said the guy's a scout at the time, but went on to be a general manager.
Okay.
And he says, and it was last year that Edge is in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
He says this scout, whose territory that is to cover the Florida schools.
Yeah,
it's kind of your deal.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, I got to looking, I got running, because it was Miami, wasn't it? Edgerrin James.
Yeah.
He's like, that James guy in Miami, I think's probably going to be a pretty good running back. And Keyshawn said, we're all like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is your job to scout people, and you're just, he's like, and he said it was like as he just found out about him, of like, it's like your job to know that. Mm-hmm. And this guy's been a highlight reel on ESPN for the last 3 fucking years.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just finding out now?
Yeah, he'll be okay. Yeah.
I think he might be a pretty good running back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also comes out of Miami, and that's kind of what they did at the fucking time.
Exactly. They just produced talent.
Running backs.
Yeah, fucking Jesus.
Fuck, Gore's still in the league.
Gore, Willis McGahee,
who's he with?
The Jets.
Still?
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, Gore, Edgerrin James, Willis McGahee, fucking Cadillac Williams was a stud for those couple of years.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, just awesome running backs. I know I'm forgetting a couple, but
there's tons of them.
So much
now
talent.
Nothing.
It's so disappointing.
Like Florida State sucks. R.I.P. Bobby Bowden.
Yeah.
I guess he died. But Florida State sucking.
Mm-hmm.
Miami sucks.
Yeah.
Florida sucks.
Yeah, we got to get those. But
the bad thing is like Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, all got a bunch of shit ton of guys from fucking Florida on their teams. Like, hey, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. Well, that's like the crazy thing. Just like the history, like when you watch like the 30 for 30s on Miami and stuff, like they recruited Florida. That's how they got good.
That's the point.
That's. I mean, it was like Jimmy Johnson was like, yeah, we have so much talent here. Go recruit those players. Go get them here.
Take an hour drive around Coral Gables and we'll field our whole fucking team.
No shit. It's the
There's
fact
a place
that
an hour up the road that like that high school has like fucking 15 NFL players active right now. I mean,
it's crazy that
you can't tell me those kids didn't grow up going, I want to play at the U.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
oh yeah, just look at some of the people that Ohio State has that are from Florida. I mean, both Bosas are from Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. How does that happen?
Yeah. I mean, how do you lose? Your dad played for the Dolphins. Like, how do you? I mean, I don't know where he went to college, but like, they're Florida people.
He didn't go to Ohio State. I can tell you that.
Exactly. Just weird.
And then like the Texas thing, because I think next day or two, Quinn Ewers should be showing up to Ohio State of like, hey, all these Texas quarterbacks that don't play at any Texas schools.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's crazy. Like college football needs those fucking teams to be. I know we talk about it all the time, but they need those teams to be good.
Yeah,
they need Miami, Florida State, USC, the blue bloods even me growing up, fucking watching Reggie Bush as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh my God, watching Vince Young play at Texas.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, even fucking Colt McCoy was fantastic in Texas. Like, we need those teams to be good.
You might have basically because it's a Rose Bowl and stuff. The Texas USC game might be the greatest game ever fucking played.
Yes.
And now there are two major programs that are irrelevant and have been irrelevant for
at
a
least
while.
10 years.
Of like, but it's like, because everybody's like, Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which, I know they all three get lumped in. Alabama's head and shoulders better than everybody. I mean,
oh, yeah, for sure.
But they just get lumped in because it's kind of 3 out of the 4 of the playoff.
Yeah.
But if Texas, Oklahoma, and USC were on that level,
oh my gosh!
Now all of a sudden this 12-teamer doesn't seem like that fucking far-fetched, does
it? You get Florida State and Miami back to just relevancy. They don't have to be dominant.
They just need to beat somebody.
Yes, I mean they have to. If they could compete with Clemson, I'm not saying they beat Clemson every year, but if it's a last drive game or a 1-score game,
right?
Now you're relevant because you're competing with the best. You don't have to win national championships.
No.
You don't have to do anything like that, but just be relevant. Be competitive with your talent in your league.
People fucking jerk off all over fucking Georgia. They haven't won anything since the 80s.
But they compete.
They compete. They never beat them. They never beat Alabama.
No, but they fucking compete with them. But it was a good
fucking game. Took it to overtime.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's the same thing. I mean, it's the same thing with Florida. They haven't won a national championship since Tebow's been there.
Yeah.
But that game last year was Alabama. If you could just have a couple stops in the first half, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Whole different. You competed with the best, and you had like 4 players out. Florida. Yeah. I mean, it's the competing part that a lot of people forget about. Everybody wants, if they don't win, they suck. No, get it to them a game. The reason that people get pissed off when they let this 4th team in the playoffs and they suck, they're not relevant. They compete with who they play. They're not competing with Alabama. Like Notre Dame just getting ass waxed.
Right.
Ohio State getting ass waxed. They're not on that level. Yeah. Let some teams in. You're going to have a better playoff. You're going to have more people watch because it's not a fucking blowout. I turned the game off. I don't know if I watched the whole Notre Dame-Alabama game.
I didn't watch the whole Ohio State-Alabama game.
Neither did I, because I went to sleep.
Left at halftime.
I had to sleep. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was over.
That's the one thing, too, that was still funny to me of, like, people like forget. They're like, well, fucking Ohio State just going to get blown out by Alabama again. It's like, hey, did you forget that they beat the fuck out of Clemson the week before?
Exactly.
And then there was another one, I think it was on ESPN, of like, they listed a Ryan Day head coach, obviously 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the Big Ten, whatever, 18-0, 13-0, whatever it ended up being. Outside of the Big Ten, he's 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and you said that, it's like, he's just got to get better out of conference. It's actually words that came out of their mouth from ESPN. It's like, hey, you realize those 3 games are fucking 2 against Clemson and 1 against Alabama.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of the losses was fucking close. Like, guy goes a different way, maybe. Maybe if they,
if the fumble happens.
I
mean, something.
Alabama boat raced them, but it's like, these 3 games are against the only other 2 teams in fucking college football.
Exactly.
What are we talking about?
Yeah,
can't win out of conference. Like,
no, but that's what people who are bashing or whatever aren't Ohio State fans. Like, they always, it was always a big thing with Tressel. I can't win the big game. You're not wrong, but he fucking gets there. You don't see anybody else fucking getting there.
Yeah, the only big game, they get thumped by Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next year they get beat by LSU. They shouldn't have fucking been there.
No, they should not have been there against LSU.
They didn't play a game and went from like 6th to 1st.
Yeah.
Of like,
this is weird.
All right, well, we were just going to the Rose Bowl, but
yeah, we were happy with that.
And then they started played USC and got boat raced twice, and then Texas got,
Mm-hmm. That, but college football needs those teams to be good. They just do. It just makes it so much better, and it makes the 12-team, like you said, the 12-team playoff makes sense because everybody wants to see those fucking teams play in the playoff. How many people watch an NFL playoff game? Everybody. And they just did something. They just added another one, so more fucking people will watch them.
Well, they just talked about that, like the Euros when they went on the big soccer.
Yeah.
England, Italy. It's their Super Bowl there in England. And then, like, the ratings came out for it. It was like, oh, okay, so that was wild card weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you don't understand, just how many people watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wild card.
Which is awesome. The new extra game.
Oh,
fucking wild card weekend
fantastic.
Is fucking awesome.
I'm getting 3 games a day. This is fantastic.
But I want to jump back for a sec because the reason we got on the Ohio State thing is it was saying Quinn Ewers in a couple days or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It is fucking awesome listening to the fucking older whites on the radio, man.
I know it. Yeah.
This fucking kid going out of fucking high school so he can make money. This isn't right. This isn't football. It's like, hey, shut the fuck up. I wouldn't take any money. I'd play for free. Well, nobody was asking you to.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because nobody wanted you on their team.
No. I find it cool as shit.
Now, I did see one of like, hey, okay, he forgoes that, goes in, then he's already got some advertisements going. Of like, hey, here's one person I seen on Twitter is like, feels like a Johnny Manziel kind of situation could be
there.
Like maybe he's getting a little
too much.
But then maybe he gets to Ohio State and they're like, hey, like these other 3 guys
aren't
as good. No, they're not. It's not even fucking close.
We don't know.
Years better. Coming out of high school, he's better than all of them.
Coming out of high school, yes.
Because we don't know anything about the guys that are playing. They're all redshirt freshmen.
Yes, we don't know.
But it's like, yeah, we'll be okay without you. Because we have a bunch of first-round draft picks on the outside here.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of guys can throw to these, so maybe that'll kind of check them. But it's like, well, you think that fucking vitamin water shit that you sponsoring from Texas? Hey, how about you be the starting quarterback at Ohio State and win a fucking game and see what kind of flows in here? That'd be interesting what it's like when he shows up, because I assume
he's not going to play.
No, but he'll be in the room. He's on the team.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's practicing. He'll probably end up being the backup by the end of the year.
Probably.
And then I assume you see that, is it Jack Sawyer or whatever the other redshirt freshman?
I thought Jack Sawyer was the defensive end.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Jack something else.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I don't know. Go ahead. Keep talking.
I think Jack Sawyer is a defensive end. Another white kid from Texas.
Okay.
that's a redshirt freshman that he's probably going to be the one in, because he was only like a 4-star coming in. He's probably the one that ends up transferring. Jack Miller. I knew it was a...
Yep, Jack.
Knew it was a white name. You don't get much more white than that.
Nope.
But I assume he'll be the one that ends up transferring out.
Probably.
Because that's the other one, because I assume your insider information telling you that C.J. Stroud's the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Even though they haven't announced it yet. But
yeah, he's getting most of the reps and stuff.
But that'd be an interesting thing with that, too. Kind of how that Trevor Lawrence thing played out. Like, if this kid is like the new Trevor Lawrence of like, you forget, like, everybody forgets that the guy lost his starting job to a freshman.
Yeah. Kelly Bryant was a 2-year starter.
2-year starter.
Went to the playoffs.
Out, pal.
Went to the playoffs.
Yeah.
The year before he lost his job.
Yeah.
Was not a slouch. And Trevor Lawrence came in and beat him out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Time to train. I mean, because that'd be what if C.J. Stroud has a huge year, but then it's just like, hey, this kid's just way fucking better, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
and at this age, too, of like,
we got him for at least 3.
We technically have him, you got him a year early.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, at this age, like, he's already knows everything now.
Yeah.
That's the other thing of like Ohio State's quarterback room hadn't thrown a pass.
That's so weird.
In a game.
That's so weird. That's so
the
for
fucking stat line of that of like, I think they said it was like since like the 1960s.
Yeah.
That the starting quarterback will have never thrown a pass in college.
Dude, that is as a high level as a college as Ohio State is. It's so weird that they're in that situation. I'm not saying it's a bad situation, but it's just a weird situation for them to be in.
Yeah.
Being, a top 4,
right.
At least the last 3 years.
Well, because that's the thing last year, because you only get 6 fucking games. Like, hey, kind of need all the reps. Sorry, buddy, I know we're up 30.
Yeah, exactly.
But we kind of need reps here.
We don't know if we're playing next week. I mean, somebody could have got it.
We got to score 70.
Yeah.
People won't hear this, but it's Wednesday today.
Mm-hmm.
1 year. 1 year ago today.
They announced they were playing?
They announced they were not playing.
Oh, not playing. Okay.
One old shitbag got up there.
Oh, yeah.
We're not playing.
Mm-hmm.
We're saving lives.
Yep. We care.
And then you forget about that when they had the Big Ten media day where he's like, I'd do it all exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really?
Really?
Would you? Because it seems like you're a fucking liar.
Yeah.
And that you're trying to appease the presidents out there that didn't want to play because they thought they were saving the world.
And then 2 weeks later, you changed your mind.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to do that again, go ahead. It's stupid, and you look like an idiot.
I still want to know, like, the back room, because it was like Nebraska really pushing to play. Obviously, Ohio State was. Of when they're saying, hey, maybe can we come join the ACC or the SEC? And Big Ten's like, you go outside. You're done with the Big Ten. I really want to know what that talk was from Ohio State of like, hey, go fuck yourself then. We'll just go independent.
Exactly.
And then the Big Ten go, well, maybe we can play some games.
Yeah. And Gene Smith be like, fuck you guys.
Go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
Go ahead and terminate our contract.
Yep.
Was it $80 million to buy you out? I have you a check tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. No problem, guys.
Not a big deal at all.
Yeah.
And then it's ramping back up again.
Yep.
Of like, fuck, are we going to go through this again?
And that's why, and it's, you bring up the conference change and stuff like that. And obviously we know now Texas and Oklahoma are going to be in the SEC the next 3-4 years. Maybe longer, I don't know.
I think 25.
25. But you haven't heard, I feel like we would have heard more of other teams trying to leave as well.
There's talks between the Pac-12 and the Big 12 about trying to
have a split of
try to split something up or
divide some teams up between have a big conference and then have like a half and stuff.
It'd be weird to have fucking conference that has over multiple time zones.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're going to have
super weird.
Well, you're adding a travel day.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to get used to the time zone before you go play.
And what if they do that?
I don't know.
And like you're West Virginia, hey, we're at USC this week. It's a fucking noon kickoff.
Yeah.
Fucking what?
Yeah.
We're going to travel across the whole fucking country and kick off at noon.
Yeah. That's
or 9 a.m.
Yeah. That's weird. Because you have to, if you play Saturday at noon, like you said, 9 a.m. You have to get there Thursday.
Yeah.
To get used to it.
Yeah.
And then practice Friday, and then obviously play Saturday. But
and that's a weird thing, like, because Pac-12, like, they're the biggest problem in it shows with like the money of college football.
Mm-hmm.
All their teams are irrelevant.
Yeah.
And they're also the conference, the most prestigious conference. It really doesn't have a TV contract. I mean, they have one, but not really.
No, because it's at fucking 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah. And no, I mean, that's the, as soon as Pete Carroll left and USC wasn't winning national championships anymore, the whole it's like, ESPN's like, we're going to lowball this number.
Yeah.
And we're going to put you on,
yeah.
we're going to call it Pac-12 After Dark, like it's some fucking stripper show.
Exactly.
Like it's fucking Cinemax. I think that was Cinemax's tagline, Cinemax After Dark.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, whole Skinemax. Yeah, but it's weird. I mean, that would be weird. That'd be weird for them to join up, and super, super weird.
That would be, I mean, the SEC, I can't remember who was talking about it. It was just like, what if they just went ham and was just trying to sign like an NFL style fucking media contract? Just ask, hey, Clemson, you want to come down?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have so much money.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll put you on the East. And we'll just make it to where you're not playing Alabama right now. And you can dominate this side. Think about the fucking SEC championship game.
Oh, my God. Crazy.
I mean,
it'd be weird.
If you're going after fucking money, go after all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
might as well.
Which kind of what the SEC's doing. Like, we'll just go after all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just make our own fucking league. That it's more important to win the. That's how they always feel anyway. It's more important to win the SEC championship game than the national championship. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of how they treat it, though.
Yeah.
To where it'd be like, well, if you win the SEC championship, then you're kind of the national champion. If you get to that point of like,
yeah, exactly. You get two or more high roller teams in there.
I think at some point in time when they start seeing these conferences, at some point when money gets to it, you say like, hey, we could just make almost like an NFL of college football, and like with Ohio State and Bama and Clemson and Georgia, and you could tie a USC because you need something on the West Coast, and just take all these and go, we're just gonna play.
Yep. Yeah.
Fuck off, NCAA.
Yeah, exactly.
You're irrelevant now, anyways. After you kicked it down, the states handle it.
Yep.
All right. Well, why are you taking part of our money?
Yeah, exactly.
Why are we giving you March Madness? That doesn't make any sense. Why the fuck would we do that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a lot of football talk. We're almost an hour and 20 in.
Oh, man. Nice.
I do have to ask you something. We'll get off football, get off sports for a little bit, because we're going to have real football to talk about here in a few weeks. I think 29 days or whatever.
Something like that.
Did you watch Suicide Squad?
I did.
What'd you think?
It was weird.
It was okay.
I didn't. Did I like it? Yes.
Yeah.
But it was really weird to me.
I didn't know where to go with it.
Me either. It was one of those things where I'm like, I couldn't tell if, one, he's wanting to make a second one.
Yeah,
obviously
I think
you bring back.
They are, yeah.
He got rid of everybody from the first one,
right?
Besides the chick, besides
Margaret, she's awesome.
She's awesome.
There's something about. I mean, obviously she's a smoke show. But like the dirtiness, and that fucking accent that she's like is fucking awesome.
It's cool, and the fact that she's like goofy and weird, it's very funny. I mean, she's great. But it just felt like there's no more of the first one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, Will Smith was fucking terrible.
Oh, I loved him in it.
I hate
Will Smith? Oh.
In that, because it's not... He's not a superhero kind of guy. He's just not.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I don't...
Yeah.
It's one of those ones of... Because Will Smith's one of those guys of, if it's a Will Smith movie, I like it.
Yeah.
Like, people shit on Wild Wild West. I
awesome.
fucking like Wild Wild West.
That movie.
So,
love the movie. Yeah.
But it's one of those ones of like, you're not a...
Yeah.
This isn't your genre.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Like, I need you in...
Yeah.
Like fucking Bad Boys. Like, you're a cop. You're not,
Yeah, you're not a villain or something.
But Idris fucking Elba, man.
Yeah, no, he's good.
The answer to who should star in this movie? Idris fucking Elba.
Yeah.
The fact they haven't made him fucking James Bond.
I know, it's something crazy.
Why are we not doing this?
Yeah, no, he's awesome. The accent.
James Bond is a white guy. It's like, I'm a believer that James Bond is a fucking code name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's just the
That's
the
just
agent.
a code name because the way I like to view James Bond is it's a code name. That's why they can always change actors.
Mm-hmm.
And I also buy it as I continue that on to The Rock.
Yeah.
Of Sean Connery. That was a continuation of when he was James Bond. He got fucking caught.
Yeah.
And they put him in Alcatraz.
Uh-huh.
That's how I see that movie of like, he's James Bond.
Uh-huh.
But,
yeah, no, it makes sense.
So he's in Alcatraz, so they didn't need fucking James Bond. That's how I see it.
No,
That's
it
why
makes
Idris Elba should be the new fucking James Bond. Okay.
His accent is so cool. Like the British, but like the deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, he was awesome in it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And he's kind of got that sarcastic, dry face. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't smile, but it's very sarcastic. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked the movie. John Cena was absolutely fantastic in it. His quirkiness and goofiness.
He's got some funny stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that plays a soldier, just the regular guy.
Oh yeah,
that's the actual soldier or whatever. The Marine or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's terrible.
Yeah,
he's been terrible in every movie I've ever fucking seen him in. I don't.
Yeah, I know it.
Like the rumor was that was supposed to be Tom Hardy's part. If that was, now we got some. But that guy's fucking horrible at acting.
Yeah, he's not good at it.
So.
I don't mind. Like his character's cool because he's supposed to be like.
Yeah, it's just he's terrible.
Yeah, I didn't like him in that role.
Like as a person to his core.
He doesn't seem like the
fucking Russell Wilson of acting.
He didn't seem like he has that leadership. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't seem like he's going to take control of anything.
It's clunky.
Like,
every scene he's in is just clunky. Of like, okay.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I liked it. It was just kind of weird to me. Like,
it's one of those ones that I would classify as I liked it. Now, if I'd have paid $13 to watch it in the theater, I'd been like,
probably not.
You know, it's on HBO though, so I watched it
horribly. Like it made less money than the first one, opening weekend. No, I get it. The theaters
fucking dead, man.
I get it. But still, I mean, it was worth a watch. I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm glad I watched it. I mean, it was.
I mean, you laugh.
I liked what they did. I mean,
yeah, no, I mean, I like that he took weird fucking villains and he put them all together because apparently that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
it's not supposed to be your top tier.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not fucking Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
yeah,
it's not the deal.
Mm-hmm.
The opening to it was
where they go to the beach.
Yeah, that was all weird because I thought those were the main fucking characters. So, because I was going to be really pissed off because I don't like Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
So
you want him dead?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I mean, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, I have to deal with this fucking guy the whole fucking movie. Like, I get he has some funny things to him once in a while, but for the most part of like,
he's okay.
Hey, I'm going to be this guy, and then I got a bunch of tattoos and apparently a huge penis.
Yeah.
That's kind of his shtick of like, oh my God, if this guy.
Yeah.
If it didn't go the way it went, I was going to shut the movie off because I'm not fucking watching it. I mean, I just can't. He's the same. He doesn't act.
Yeah.
He's just
there.
He's just that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his name's trending a lot. Let's put him in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Now, the other guy, what's his name? The long white hair.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad that he.
Yeah, me too. I like that guy.
Oh, I was like, I thought he. I was like, hey, this is different. I didn't like the hair that they put on him, but I like him.
Yeah.
But, you know,
it was good. I mean,
I'm all right with it.
Yeah, no, I think it was all right. It was way better than the first one.
Yeah,
I mean,
first one was just the way they mashed that one together.
Like
was,
if I honestly, if the villain was different in the first one, I probably could have got behind it a little bit more.
Yeah, that
but
was
just
weird.
The dancing chick that was a witch and weird stuff.
The whole way they did, like with the Joker and everything on it, of like, okay,
didn't need that.
Like he didn't need to be in the movie at all.
No, and I can't stand him as the Joker. It's
not
bad
because everybody else winning fucking Oscars for playing the Joker.
Yeah, you suck.
And you're a guy that wins Oscars.
Yeah, exactly. You do that.
And you're weird as fuck.
You feel you'd be really good at it, but
you should just be yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're a weirdo.
For sure.
You wore a dress to the fucking UFC.
Yeah.
I mean,
weird.
That happened.
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
And I guess it's not a dress, it's some fashion forward. Like, hey man, if Gucci makes it, you don't have to fucking wear it.
Yeah.
Like, I know they pay you a lot of money, but come on.
It was a dress.
It was a dress.
It was a dress.
It was a dress.
Yeah, but no, it was good.
He's the prettiest lady there.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, yeah, it was worth a watch. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if I watched anything else. I did watch some movies over the weekend. No, it was the first time I ever watched anything with that IMDb because they play commercials. Yeah. It was okay. Because I don't know why. I just really wanted to watch Apollo 13.
Oh, really?
And it was on IMDb, so I had to deal with some commercials. But it's such a good fucking movie.
It still holds up.
I mean, even like I don't remember when that was made. A while ago.
90s.
When the rocket takes off, like, and they do the whole of like that fucking scene holds up. Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like it would look worse today if they did it because there'd be so much CGI. But it was like, this fucking Ron Howard knows what the fuck he's doing.
Exactly, yeah.
I still don't know how, like, with all the wires and shit, I mean, that they had to use for the whole fucking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of floating.
Oh, yeah.
In that movie.
A lot of floating stuff, yeah.
But that's, to me, that's just such a movie-wise, because you get that feeling of like, could you imagine being that astronaut when your fucking ship started blowing up? Like,
yeah.
I don't know if we can get back.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a big Western guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big Western guy. And a couple years ago, Netflix did the mini-series called Godless. And I rewatched that. It's about eight episodes or something like that, and it's still fucking awesome. Still fucking awesome.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, watch it if you like westerns. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like westerns.
3:10 to Yuma. That was okay.
Great fucking movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like westerns because it's the old style stuff and things like that.
I think a lot of people that don't is like that spaghetti western stuff. That's not a that's not different. A western. That's different.
Yeah. But I always, I mean, that's one of my favorite little mini series that they've put out, and I'll rewatch that a lot.
I mean, like Frisco Kid.
Yeah,
with Sinbad.
Yep, with Sinbad. not good. Not good.
Bought a toothbrush. That was a major scene.
It was a major scene. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd watched. I don't remember what else. Obviously I caught up on Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
still love it. Just one episode at a fucking time. Like it's fucking 1984. But I think the new Hugh Jackman movie comes out this week or whatever, and it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope
it's Hugh Jackman, so gotta be okay.
I assume Netflix has got to release a movie that's worth a fuck at some point in time. You made such a big deal about the 52 movies in 52 weeks.
Yeah, and I haven't seen shit.
And you have shit on a fucking paper, not even a paper plate, one of them fucking styrofoam plates.
Not gonna hold anything.
That can't, like if you had a shredded chicken sandwich, it'll snap it. That's what they shit on. In a Yugo.
Yeah. It's
fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
Terrible. I can't even tell you the last time I turned Netflix on.
They've been putting a lot of movies that I've already seen.
Yeah.
So I like to rewatch those. It's something to play in the background.
Nights and shit
stuff
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty much.
Yeah. If their original stuff is just.
It's gotten worse.
Yeah. Well, because they just make so much of it. Mm-hmm. And they're very woke.
Yeah.
It's like. Well, like we talked about last time, it was like, whatever's twinning on Twitter this week, we're going to try to make a 37-part miniseries on it. Like, well, that's not...
Yeah, because it's irrelevant.
Or you can just write something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A whole bunch of writers out there that are very good at their fucking jobs.
Mm-hmm. Just ask them to do it.
Feel free to just let them write something.
Yeah, for sure.
And for fuck's sakes, Ted Lasso is one of the top-rated shows there is right now. There's off a fucking NBC commercial.
Yeah, I know it.
Made it work.
Yep.
The funny thing is, like, the commercial is like, he's a hard ass in the commercials.
Yeah. And in the movie, he's this big jokester. Yeah.
Yeah. Works, though. You got anything else?
I do not.
Get out of here.
All righty.
All right.
Whiteside!